Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Welcome to the Raiders of the Lost Commentary podcast.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
The unofficial commentary for your favorite
Get to the chopper!
and not so favorite films.
The famous comedian Arnold Braunschweiger.
Starring your hosts Adam and Matt.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Start your movie in 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Love this music that John Carpenter made for this. John Carpenter is just like one of those dudes that made like all these really great indie movies back in the day. Like this one, Halloween, they made it for like $300,000.
That's pretty cheap.
Which was cheap at the time.
Yeah,
And
it's about the same budget as Evil Dead 1.
Right. And it grossed like $47 million.
That's a lot of money these days. That's a very successful film.
That type of return. Jamie Lee Curtis, like this was her first movie too.
First film.
She's kind of like Hollywood royalty though, right? You know? Like her parents were like famous. She's sort of like Carrie Fisher,
really?
right? Yeah. But like John Carpenter, like guys made like so many iconic movies like Escape from New York and Escape from LA, and one of my favorites is the original Assault on Precinct 13.
Okay. The Thing.
The Thing, probably one of my all-time favorite horror movies. They Live. Have you ever watched They Live?
Is that the one with the famous line, the chewing bubblegum line?
Yeah, here to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
Yeah.
Gum. It's like this guy can see like aliens with these special glasses on. It's Roddy Piper, the old wrestler there.
Right.
Just like silly idea, like silly movie, but like cool idea is what I meant to say. Like just like that one, waiting for that one to get remade, but just so many iconic films from the 80s. And I don't know, it's just like as if he never tried to get too big for his britches. He like stuck to like, he knew his genre of like 80s, like, or whatever, just like B-level, like grindhousey kind of flicks. And they just like, they work so well. Halloween Night 1963. So these kids are like singing like a little trick or treat thing here.
Mm-hmm. Now, have you ever seen the movie, Adam?
I saw it a long time ago, actually. So this, like, watching it again, it's like it's gonna be kind of new, you know, in that sense, you know.
Yeah. So camera's coming up to a house here. We see things happening in there, and then it moves on to something else, and then I'm just going to narrate everything.
This POV handheld camera that they did too for this film, that was sort of new and unheard of at the time, and like the reason why they did it was just because they didn't have the money to put it on a dolly, but it's sort of,
well, I mean, it's supposed to be someone watching them, isn't it?
yeah, exactly, but it gave this voyeuristic quality to the film that like you really didn't get, you know.
Well, like as you can see in the beginning credits, like he even did the movie. He even did the music. So it's just to say, I don't know if he's done all the music for the rest of his movies, or is just this one because
he's definitely done a lot.
Such a shoestring budget that, you know, he's like, well, screw it, I'm just gonna do the music for this.
And I know he did like a lot of it, like with early like synth stuff and like a lot of new technology that they didn't really.
Well, still, like it's still to this day is still very.
So they find the kitchen knife. The famous kitchen knife. But I love this, like it's like almost like one shot this whole time, you know, like
I think it is.
Like they may have hit some cuts in those pans there, but like
I don't know. Like I think that why wouldn't they do it in one shot?
I guess,
I don't see
right?
why
Like
not.
they
It's not exactly a very heavy action thing. You know, couples kiss and then just goes around the house. I think this thing is all in one shot.
they had sex in that amount of time, I guess, right?
Wow, he is.
Short fuse Harry here.
Yeah, well, teenagers. You know, apparently it takes a second.
Right.
Lasts a lifetime.
Right.
So I guess this is a whole thing about, like, because I've never seen Halloween either, but the whole trope of if you have sex, someone's gonna
Yeah,
come,
you're getting killed, dude.
right?
Yeah.
Upstairs. Yeah, it seems all in one shot. Doesn't seem like they've
Hit any
done a
cuts.
cut.
Super
I mean-
dark, super grainy, like film. You know, like I don't know. It works sort of well. Like, oh, he puts on the mask. There's definitely a cut there. And
Not necessarily. Could just be well, yeah, maybe. Oh,
and then she's naked. There's some
Brushing her
nudity
hair.
in the film too, you know, like
it's an R-rated horror film. You have to have nudity and violence.
yeah.
The essence.
Michael.
They cut away to a lot of the
And then they
gore
murder. She gets murdered. And now she's dead.
Yep, that's what happens if you have sex for such
true.
a little amount of time.
It's true.
Be careful, kids. When you have sex, a child in a clown costume will stab you.
One of the other things that have you seen the remake that Rob Zombie did?
I have not.
See, you find out as a little kid.
It's kind of easy to tell. I mean, you can tell.
This
from
parent's
little-
reaction is like, it's like, did you just fucking
on.
kill somebody, dude?
Here's a second. If you look at the kid itself, you can see shorter than the windows, and yet early on in the in the shot, you could clearly see over the window. Mm-hmm.
Look at you.
Something wrong there. Mm-hmm.
Smiths Grove, Illinois.
Let's go. Is that a real place?
Oh, maybe Google Map it. 1978.
All right.
So we've jumped in time a
8
few years. So the Rob Zombie remake, which I really, really liked. It was just violent. It encapsulated everything about the originals that were good, and then Rob Zombie put his own flavor on it. And it really got into like the backstory of Michael Myers and like him growing up as a kid. I really dug that. And then the second one, I really, really like that one too. I sort of have a theory about the second one that the sister ends up being Michael Myers, and she's just gone crazy. I don't know if other people have this theory too, or
I mean,
recognized it, but
I heard they're making another remake. I
yeah,
think Carpenter is going to be partly involved, and Jamie Lee Curtis as well.
yeah, she's coming back. Although
Yeah.
she dies in one of the later films.
Well, I think this is a remake itself, like altogether. I don't think it's a continuation.
Right. Like, I don't know, she like tweeted or Instagrammed a photo of her like on the porch. You know, like same porch, you know, X amount of years later. I think they're having it ready for next year, for
Halloween next
2018. So it'll be
Oh, yeah. 40 years.
40 years. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
So we got the doctor here and the what is this? Is he a doctor? She's a nurse. I'm just assuming he's a doctor.
Maybe a psychiatrist or someone that works in the
I'm sure
medical
it's
field.
Psychiatrist.
Let's go with that. Well, it's telling me that the subtitles is telling me doctor, so doctor.
I love this old like trick that they do back in the day too, where they just sort of have the car parked and it's just dark outside the window, and they just rock the car to make it seem like it's driving.
Oh, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Just like kids wandering around. Isn't that creepy?
Seeing like a bunch of people in white robes walking around in the dark.
That's creepy. I love the lightning, the fake lightning that they do. It's I think they're just pulling the aperture open just like a little bit on the camera to give that effect, you know? But
Seemed to be. Is it raining? Hard to tell.
I think they're just like making it look like it's raining. This crazy person's jumped up on this lady's roof. The people that run the loony bin really got to get their crazies in line.
They really should. Yeah, you shouldn't just leave them wandering around.
That's the thing about crazy people. They'll fuck with you.
What is going on?
I don't know. She's getting drug out right now.
Okay, just
Oh, maybe not.
there we go.
I don't know why she had her window open.
Shh.
Oh, this guy's pretty strong. You can smack the window that hard.
Drives off.
Drives off.
And,
That's probably Michael Myers.
No, yeah, it's probably a good bet that was Mike Myers, Austin Powers, the love guru.
All right. That's kind of funny. Like I never put two and two together for a long time about the two Michael Myers things. You know?
No.
No.
Well, for the longest time, because I've never seen this movie, and I think like I watched one of my first horror films I've ever watched was actually Halloween 5. That was I did not
Halloween
watch it, but
5.
Ben made me watch it. Halloween 5. I don't know why Halloween 5, but we were watching Halloween 5. I was a kid, and I hated horror movies. I had seen previously that was like The Sixth Sense, and it scared the shit out of me. And so we were watching Halloween 5, and like his parents weren't home, and like this thing is pretty creepy. Like I've never seen anything like this, and it's gore and everything.
How old were you again?
I don't know, maybe like 12 or something.
Okay.
Like I've never seen horror movies, right? Like so it's like for me it scared me, and I just remember that night, like I had a sleepover. And the son of a bitch in the middle of the night just yells to the top of his lungs, Michael Myers! Freaking scared the shit out of me. Needless to say, I never slept over ever again. And that was my experience with Halloween, was watching Halloween 5.
That's too funny, dude.
But yeah, Michael Myers, to me, someone was saying, about Halloween, the first thing that popped in my head was Mike Myers. I thought it was like a comedy or something.
That's funny.
Idiot child.
You just watched Saturday Night Live, and you're like, oh, it'll just be like that.
Exactly, or that the Mike Myers. I married an axe murderer.
Yeah.
Okay, so
here's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. She was actually in high school at the time when the movie.
Yeah.
Probably one of the only high school students in the film, actresses that was actually still in high school. Because I doubt they're allowed to show full blown nudity with someone underneath 18.
True.
Even at the time, I doubt that was.
She gets
legal.
naked in that one movie with.
Yeah. Trading Places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like.
It's a pleasant surprise.
It is.
Pleasantly surprised.
You're like, and then what's the one she strips down there? True Lies.
Oh yes.
It's
and
like,
then she
do
slips.
it slower, do it more dismal.
You know that scene in True Lies where she slips, like when she's stripping, and then he's like, "Oh shit, that's actually a real thing." Anyway,
She fell.
Yeah,
Different
she
movie.
fell.
Oh, somebody's in the house. John Carpenter also sort of coined a lot of those, like somebody in the background, somebody in the foreground, like that, like the stalker
that traditional
shot.
horror stuff now that we're familiar with.
Yeah, like him and who's the other guy that did all the what is it?
You're talking about Wes Craven?
Yeah, Wes Craven. Like they kind of like wrote the book on horror back in the day, right? Like this, just put a guy's shoulder in the frame, dirty in the frame, out of focus. Like
Who is this?
it's just super creepy. You know?
Guy in a, what is he wearing? Overalls?
I believe that's a trench coat.
Trench coat.
You know? Classic 1970s mustache, though. Am I wrong?
I mean, he could still rock it if he was an anchor man in this day and age.
I was talking to this guy today. He has like a mustache. And he's like single. And I was like, being single with a mustache is like playing on hard mode. You know? Like you're just... You gotta work uphill on that one.
Yeah. That's funny.
Go back to your
achievement.
Go back to your story about watching a scary movie when you were a kid. I watched. I know what you did last summer, like a sleepover when I was like, I don't know, probably the same age as you, like 10, 11 area.
Yeah.
That it scared the shit out of me. But I also I realized I didn't really like horror movies because of the logic aspect of them. I was like, why don't they fucking go get a gun? I just got done watching like Commando or something like that. Right. You should Arnold Schwarzenegger this shit. You're so mow them down.
With, like, 80s action films that you're just like this logic right here. That's why I liked Scream so much.
Yeah, Scream works really well. Yeah,
on those tropes.
Yeah, I've rewatched like. I know what you did last summer, and I think like a couple of the other sequels, and like they're they're pretty shit movies. I love that. Just like he's staring, like the fucking creepy dude is just staring right across.
White mask.
I think that it just works so well. I don't know if you could redo something like that. I guess It Follows was kind of like that apparently.
Was it?
The movie It Follows. I haven't seen it either, but it's sort of similar idea,
that
like the Michael Myers. Now it's not there. Now the car's not there either.
Yeah.
He was probably in the car.
People are really fast in this movie. Like, they're fast at having sex. They're fast at disappearing. Mm-hmm. People are it's just a speedy time back in 1970.
This kid's school looks like a prison.
And why is everyone dressed in
It's Halloween.
Yeah, no, I know why. I just mean it's very unoriginal costumes.
Yeah, 1978. That was pretty original costume.
I don't know, but you ever go to school for Halloween? Kids just had the shittiest costumes I found.
I don't know. I went to Catholic school. We weren't allowed to dress up.
The best costumes, or very traditional. Just sometimes you're just nah, it's not what it was. Kids barely ever dressed up, or they had their parents dress them up, but no parents really could afford the actual outfits. So
no, his pumpkin got crushed. Are you dressing up? Do you still dress up for Halloween?
Yeah, for my work, I've been wanting to dress up as Ash from Evil Dead for a while now, but it's hard to find a chainsaw you can put your hand through.
I used to have a kid's toy chainsaw. You could probably get one of those and just mod it up.
I might have to just look around Value Village or something, find one of those toy ones and make a hole in it.
Do you go out? Do you still do a Halloween party, hang out with friends, or do you try and trick or treat and sneak in?
I think the last time I went trick or treating was probably a few years back. I was an adult and I was Hagrid when my little brother was Harry Potter, so it just worked.
Oh, that would work good. You're pretty tall too, so you can pull off Hagrid.
Yeah, exactly. So I just played it off as I'm just a really tall kid. I would kind of crouch down and wear I would just do a slightly higher pitched voice, and it worked.
Nice.
Got candy out of it. So right now, is he driving a police car?
Yeah, he's driving that car he stole from the mental institution. Remember the lady?
Right. Yes,
he's stalking
you're right.
this kid.
Look at you paying attention.
Hey kid, want some candy? That's how I picture Michael Myers talking. Hi kid, do you want some candy?
Does he even talk at all? I think he's a mute.
No, he's a mute.
Yeah.
This year I think I'm gonna go as Jon Summer. I'm gonna dress
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna dress like Jon Snow, but wear a Hawaiian shirt, like Jon Snow on vacation or something.
I get you.
I think it's pretty funny.
I mean, so does everybody else this Halloween. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Yeah.
I also thought about going as Fat Thor. I've got the hair for
Chubby
it.
Thor.
You know,
Thor on vacation.
Thor on vacation. That has too much wine. Thou has.
Felt garage.
So he finds this old truck, some sheets.
There we go.
Why was he making a phone call out in the middle of nowhere?
I'm.
I think maybe he lives out here.
Yeah, he lives in the truck.
I guess a long time ago. Oh, the red rabbit.
Rabbit in red.
So that was that thing that woman had. The nurse.
Something. Yeah, it's
She didn't look a bit longer. Tom Green. Looks like Tom Green for a second.
Looks like a 70s Tom Green and dead in the bushes.
You know how Tom Green like wanted to like patent was it planking? Like he claimed he did it first.
Really?
Yeah, see that was him back in 1978. Planking.
Looking backward.
Yeah. See, I don't know what it is, just because I know Jamie Lee Curtis, like I just associate her as an adult. I just see her as an adult, even though she's in high school in this movie, you know?
Yeah. Even as an adult, though, I see her as like a middle-aged to older woman.
Even
adult.
the chick she's with, like she looks like she's in her like late 20s.
Yeah, which I think they all were, except for Jamie Lee Curtis.
But they just look older. I don't know if it's just like 1970s.
Might have been just the style back then. Yeah, it might be in the 70s.
There wasn't that many vitamins. And they probably ate pretty terribly, so, you know.
It's not that far ago.
No, it's true, but it was pretty long ago.
Yeah, it was. It's ancient.
It's almost like 40 years ago, man.
It is 40 years ago.
It's
Well,
10 years more than
yeah,
me.
okay, almost. Yeah, you're right. Almost.
She forgot her chemistry book.
Apparently, she wasn't too happy or proud of what the performance that she put on. She was really nervous.
Oh, maybe it was her first film, you know?
It was her first film.
So he's just driving by in the mask. Isn't that creepy?
What? She said, I think he's cute, but he has a mask on.
She might be just be a whore. You know how like she's like the whore of the group? She's just like
that? Like it didn't even look like he was going that fast, and then she yells, "Speed kills!"
maybe she thought he was on speed, like he's doing crystal meth.
Yes, right. Yes, he's high is what she meant. Driving under the influence.
I think it would suck if you lived in this neighborhood. I'm sure lots of people come down this street all the time, like dressed as Michael Myers, staring at people. You know.
I mean, after the movie came out, you mean, right?
Yeah. yeah, exactly.
I mean, if it was done before, that's a little weird, right?
It was based on a true story. Who are these other?
Is it actually based on a true story?
No, it's not.
Actually,
it's a screenplay that John Carpenter wrote.
It's based on William Shatner's real life as a child.
Right. He was a murderer.
Before he was captain of the Enterprise.
Star log. Oh, wait. Captain's log. 1978. I've crash landed on a planet where I now wear a mask made of myself. I've taken to killing people who have sex.
This woman said speed kills, and I stopped the car. I just wanted to scare her a little bit.
But then I stabbed her to death. Fuck! What is the meaning of this? I don't know. I can't do a good...
You can't do a good
Shatner.
Oh, here it's always from far so far. We haven't seen up close. We can't really tell what he is.
But he's just standing and hanging out.
There's nothing there.
Out across the street.
Behind the bush, Annie. Wait, how the hell did he where's the car that he parked?
I don't know, he's down the street or something.
This guy's the fastest.
And there's gonna be nothing there.
He's a really speedy dude. For a big guy, he is very fast.
Yeah, I think it would be funny if they did. I wonder if this has been done, but just like the in between of like Michael Myers running away. But that is always like he is like the relentless villain, right? Like you run away and he walks, but he catches up somehow. You know.
Exactly. It's like Jason in one of the future sequels. At one point, he's literally walking at the bottom of the ocean, and it takes him maybe like 5 minutes more than it does people on a boat. Like, that's impossible. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way you can be that much faster walking while someone's rowing on a boat.
It's Nancy.
Annie.
She's Annie, but her real name's Nancy. She's in the original Assault on Precinct 13.
Oh, they brought her back, or is this one before?
Yeah, I think he made. Oh my god! Sorry, they made Precinct in '76.
Okay.
I actually.
What was his first movie? What was
I think it was. What is it? Hold on,
John Carpenter?
Let me go through the thing here.
Yeah, let's go through it.
Short. He made short films. Dark Star. That's what it is.
Dark Star.
Yeah. So Dark Star, 1974. That was kind of like what he got like sort of notice for.
Okay. Most of everything.
And they
before
made
that
it for like
was
60
short.
grand back in the day. Then he did Precinct on 13. Again, like I think that one was another super, super low budget. So
Yeah.
he's this guy that like bounced around the indie film sort of world. Yeah, that one's 150,000. So you can see he's
So-
like progressing.
And yet still with like Assault and Dark, like Assault has a 7.4. Halloween has actually a little bit higher than that. Like nothing's really bombed either.
No. The
At least at the time, he was still doing pretty good, even with the fog, still staying within like the 7s or 6.5s, the 7 point something. So that's pretty decent, man. Assault on Precinct 13, 113,000. That's
crazy at the time, right? Starman was one of the other ones that he did that it's a little bit not like a John Carpenter film. It's got Jeff Bridges and Karen Allen in it, and it's I don't know, it's just like a good fucking movie, man. Like it's just
I've never seen that.
that's like it's just like it's awesome. Karen Allen in her prime, Jeff Bridges in his prime, like just awesome movie. And then he goes and does fucking one of my all-time favorites, also from him, Big Trouble in Little China.
Right.
So like he'll do like bigger budget shit, but then yeah, he'll do like Prince of Darkness. You ever seen that?
No,
That one's awesome. It's like I think
I
you
haven't
only
seen a lot of John Carpenter. I've seen like The Thing.
you've seen Big Trouble in Little China?
Yeah, I've seen that one,
Yeah.
and I've seen the Escape movies, but that's pretty much it for John Carpenter.
Prince of Darkness, like the plot of it, it's just so random. It's there's like I think there's like this substance in the basement of this church, and it's like Satan or something like that. And then like it's like everyone outside the church is like possessed by it somehow. So Alice Cooper's in it for like a little bit, and
Is he the Prince of Darkness?
no, Ozzy Osbourne is the Prince of Darkness, but
Sorry, I should have known.
yeah. But yeah, he's just made so many just iconic movies that have been either remade, redone, turned into franchises, or you know, or about to be returned into stuff. Like they're been talking about remaking all the Escape from New York stuff again. You know,
I don't know if they should. I mean, I don't know. I kind of have a thing against remakes. Like, how many good remakes have been done?
yeah, that's true. Although the remake of this, honestly, like I really
I haven't seen it. So I can't really say on it. And apparently, you really liked it.
A lot of people do like it, and it's Rob Zombie right after like House of a Thousand Corpses fame, and I don't know. I think he respects the genre and he respects Carpenter so much that like he did a really good job with it, you know?
Yeah. So right now we're about halfway through the movie. A half hour in the movie. We're about a third there, and so far we've only seen the first murder. Yeah, the original murder, and so far nothing's been gory. It's been mostly just cutaways, and I had heard. Does this movie get gory, or is it mostly a lot of like?
No, well, it's like Gore for 1970, you know, like it's one of those like things back in the day where it's almost better to not see, so you think a bit more, you know.
Yeah, and I kind of like that, and you don't see that too much these days
restraint,
anymore,
right?
Yeah, it kind of the mystery is what you want, right? I think it's almost scarier not seeing what's happening than seeing it and then just being disgusted by it, and it also makes it gives it more of that fake feeling, like, oh, okay, like clearly that's not real.
Right. Some people, like, you can do gore porn, so you do all gore, but or you do like a bit of restraint, and it's more of like a psychological horror, which in my mind that works.
Yeah, and I prefer more of that than I would like a gore fest. Like there are certain specific times that gore I can deal with gore. Like it's not like I get queasy or anything, but sometimes I feel like it's a little excessive. But things like, for example, like Evil Dead 2, like that thing's just blood everywhere and has some gory scenes, but it's done in a way almost like parody of that type of gore, so it really depends, I guess, on the movie.
Yeah.
But I find sometimes today's horror films tend to rely a little bit too much on that gore.
Right.
Like, oh, it's gonna be R-rated and we're just gonna gore, we're gonna show everything, right? And sometimes it's just like it's not necessary, and it almost takes it away from the horror. Like it's not scary after a while. Just like, oh, okay, and now he's being stabbed. Oh, okay, and now he's being opened up and put a decapitated head in his body and sewn back up. Like, all right, like I get it. He's a bad person.
You know what bothers me though? When you watch a movie like Dark Knight and people like fire a machine gun at somebody and then there's no blood and the guy just does the the shake like, oh, I got shot. Like it's just like pretend. That bothers me.
Really? Yeah, well, I can see that, and it's the classic, the PG-13 feel to it.
Yeah.
But it depends, because I've seen some PG-13 films where, there is some sort of blood. It's not like excessive, but it's it's that mist. The mist. You know what I'm talking about. Like, the blood mist that happens when people get shot every once in a while.
I like the Die Hard with Justin Long, how they made that PG-13. If you watch, there's like a rated R version.
I have, yeah, the unrated version.
Yeah, they just like CGI added in a bunch of blood.
Well, it's like the Wolverine. There's an extended edition for the Wolverine, and
the new one.
No, well, like the one before Logan.
Okay.
The one where he goes to Japan. There's an extended edition where there's like a whole scene that was added where like ninjas are thrown into this like grinder thing, like a snowblower thing, and just like guts are flying out, and anytime he kills people, like you see blood, and I'm like, okay, like this is what I wanted to see.
Right.
So sometimes blood is, I don't know, it just makes more sense. But you're right, when someone gets shot, it doesn't have to be excessive. Like R-rated action movies in the 80s, usually when people got shot, it was like super blood, like everywhere, right? Like blood splurts like crazy. It doesn't have to be like that, but give it a little something. Like there's if you could put blood in a Pixar film, like people understand that people bleed when you get shot or hurt,
Yeah, it is one of those things. I don't know. Like I think there's a way to do it tastefully, but yeah, just
I'm liking the shots right now of like the sun coming out of the trees into the car.
You're getting some nice
flares,
gives
it a little extra,
a little bit of that's like what you hope for with like an indie movie,
exactly,
like
right?
Handheld in the car, just like driving down two takes.
What do you call that time? The golden hour?
Yeah, golden hour, magic hour.
Magic hour.
But yeah, you get the nice light. There's probably just a bit of bounce in the car to get those shots, you know, like.
Like as repetitive as it is, it's become iconic, right? The tune, the Halloween tune.
It's just
It's
so
simple,
good,
but it works.
Yeah, it's just so you know what's going on. Shit is going down, and the fucking bad guy coming to get
Now
you.
it got super dark real fast.
Yeah, it's like a Michael Bay movie. Michael Bay movies only take place at sunset. Like the whole movie takes place at night or sunset.
I never noticed that.
There's like the first Transformers movie. There's like a sequence where it goes from like night to sunset to night to sunset within like it's supposed to all be happening in one go.
Really?
Yeah, it's brutal.
That's funny. I mean, they're not exactly the best films, but
No, I like the first one.
Me too. I like the first one.
And if I'm being honest, I didn't mind the second and third ones. Like I just took them as like, they're whatever, they're cheap fun.
The fourth one was brutal.
The Mark Wahlberg, like I think we got a Transformer here. That one.
It started off okay.
You know what really fucking made me cringe when there's like the whole scene explaining away why this guy can date this underage girl.
Oh man!
You remember that scene? I was like, this is gross. This is like
weird.
Really gross.
It's a weird relationship that they were having, and they played it off like as jokes. Like the dad's not okay with it. Like no one would be okay with that.
It's statutory rape. So we got Michael Myers.
We haven't seen full on Michael yet. We're about 40 minutes into the film.
I mean, you've seen him like hanging out in his like, I don't know, janitor's outfit and his Michael Myers mask, rather his William Shatner's mask.
Yeah. So fun fact about that is, since it was such a shoestring budget, they didn't really have any money to actually make a mask, so they just went to a costume shop, paid $2, and bought a William Shatner mask. Painted it white, and I think played around with like the hair a little bit, cut up the holes in the eyes, messed them up a bit, and that's what we have now. And for the longest time, Shatner himself didn't know that it was his own mask, his own likeness. But apparently he was cool with it. Apparently he was actually honored that they went with a Shatner mask. I didn't know it was a Shatner mask for like the longest time either, until someone told me, and then after you tell you can't not see it.
I honestly never see Shatner when I look at it.
Really?
No.
Every time I see it now, that's all I can see. But like before, I just thought it was some weird, just
made like a prop.
Yeah, just random mask of just anything, right? Just a generic mask.
I know there was. I think it was talks.
Weird.
Carpenter talked about too how they almost went with a Nixon mask.
Really?
Yeah, but they thought Nixon, they might have got in trouble or something, or maybe Nixon was too recognizable.
Right? Yeah, too big. I mean, Shatner's still big, but like its likeness, and then they painted it white. They changed it up a bit. That at first glance you don't really notice it, right? It's not as noticeable. Whereas if a Nixon mask with the shape of the face, the nose, the cheeks, a lot more recognizable features.
I want to make a $5 bet right now that the new Halloween movie, the Michael Myers will be wearing a Trump mask.
I mean, it's not far off. It's pretty much.
It's a good mask, okay? It's the best mask. In terms of masks, it's the best mask.
So this doctor has a gun?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess he does. He's just like, yeah, you can't just have a concealed weapon. Oh, he's got a permit.
All right.
That's the weirdest thing. We're like Canadian. Americans, in some states, you could just have like a fucking hidden handgun on you just in case, you know, you want to be James Bond or something.
Exactly. We can't have that?
You shouldn't have taken a gun to work today, is what you're saying?
But what if a monster comes in?
Well, yeah. I see that's a sane argument.
Right? Like, werewolves come in, I'm ready with my silver bullets. I'm just saying, always have a contingency plan.
I'm going to rob you for your silver bullets.
Well, you can't because I have a gun.
Right, but you probably... I'm gonna sneak up on you. So they're in this old house. They're looking for Michael Myers right now.
And they're kind of talking about how the boy is just really turned evil, or there's no redemption in the boy.
Yeah. The doctor thinks he'll come back to the original house.
Mm-hmm. So 15, like he was what? Maybe they said 6. So he was only 21. I thought Michael Myers was a lot older.
No, he's starting out young.
Mm.
Just a crazy person.
Yeah. Do we ever see him like as an adult, like without the mask on?
Good question.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
I haven't really watched a ton of the other movies. I think I've seen like the Halloween H2O with.
Right.
It's got who's it got in it? It's got that rapper in it, right?
Yeah. Well, Jamie Lee Curtis is in that one too.
Is she?
Yeah, she's in like the 2 or newer ones, or maybe the H2O. There's like 2 of them. The 2 are newer, like H2O and then Resurrection. She's in one of them or both of them. I don't know. I've only seen the 5th one, and it scared the shit out of me. Adam.
Halloween H2O. Yeah, I don't. Maybe that was the one I saw. I don't know. I think it was like, there was like voyeur cams or something in it, like something like that. I just remember watching it in a hotel, like supposed to being sleeping, but like stayed up watching it somewhere in the States. So, all right. Jamie Lee Curtis looked young in that shot when she's on the phone.
She really did. She laughed like
she looked like a little girl.
Really,
that looked like more believable. I was like, the
dog's barking. Somebody's outside.
The thing about it could be a Terminator if it's the dog's barking.
Oh man, I feel like she's gotten the teeth like
dental surgery.
Yeah,
probably. See, like, if you get your teeth done, people are like, okay, you just got your teeth fixed. But if you got, like, your like, nose or your whatever done, you're like, oh, you got your fucking shit fixed, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I don't know. Some people don't like, a lot of people fix teeth, though, right? Like, how many people in school do you remember still now wear braces?
Right.
Man, you always see him from far. That's a really creepy shot. Like he's standing at the opposite end of the other house, just standing there.
Yeah, it's super creepy.
Is it him? Is it just like a weird thing that the people next door put?
Yeah.
The boogeyman.
Maybe I should get like a Michael Myers cutout and put it out on my balcony.
That would be creepy. So the kid's just like, so the boogeyman's outside. Of course, my first reaction is like, well, let's call up John Wick.
Right. You need John Wick.
You need John Wick. That's who you get to kill the boogeyman.
Yeah, that's true. Did you see the new John Wick movie?
I did, yeah.
That's good, eh?
I enjoyed it. I didn't like one specific scene, which is like the wrist cutting scene. Just freaking bothered the shit out of me.
Yeah, I didn't like that scene either.
Ugh. Right? It's unnecessary.
I think they needed a way. I think they needed a way to kill that.
Oh,
why is she getting naked?
Is she taking off her clothes. Right in the kitchen.
Did I miss something?
Was she in the kitchen? It seemed like she was in the kitchen. What is going on? Why is she getting?
Is she doing laundry?
But still.
Maybe she got food on herself. I'm hungry. Whatever she's making, I want some.
Yeah, I made like 4 boxes of mac and cheese today. It was very unnecessary. I overestimated how much it is. I am stuffed. I'm looking at food. I'm like, I'm not even touching it.
What'd you have? Sorry.
Mac and cheese, 4 boxes. I made 4 boxes of mac and cheese.
You made 4 boxes of mac and cheese.
Yes, I did.
Like, just you were by yourself and you made like 4 boxes.
Well, I don't know. Usually, like a box is enough to feed me. Maybe sometimes even like a box and a half.
But you're like,
what's going on?
He killed the dog.
He killed the dog. But I like how they show it. Like they show it, but they don't show it.
Yeah, they don't. They use
Always
music
about
to
in the shadows
insinuate what's going on.
So I made 4 boxes. I don't know. I thought I wouldn't have enough with 2, and I was going to get some lunch tomorrow and just feed.
So you were planning ahead. You
my
were like,
roommate.
so you wouldn't plan to eat this
Yeah.
whole 4 boxes of macaroni
Oh, that's funny.
in one sitting.
What's playing on TV?
Is the thing
right
because
now?
he remade the thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's like an old thing, and then John Carpenter remade it. So there you go, remakes. John Carpenter remade the thing.
Which is funny though, because he made the thing like 4 years later.
Did he?
So yeah. Well, the thing was in '82, so he made the thing in 4 years later. So did he have the idea to remake the thing at the time, or
Maybe he
was
just
a big
loved the
fan?
original.
Maybe exactly. He was just a big fan of the original.
So it could have been something too, like he wasn't super well known at the time, and then like this movie blew up, and they're like, "What do you want to make now?" Because the thing has like I think a substantially larger budget, you know.
Well, let's get on the internet and check it out.
Let's look at the thing.
Well, the thing was even done after Escape, and I feel like Escape had a pretty substantial budget.
Kurt Russell was a celebrity too, right?
Well, he was getting out of the like Disney money, right? He was a young Disney actor at the time.
Right. So he made his jump over with the thing.
Yeah, $15 million.
Yeah, that's pretty good budget.
Like,
Like because
15
the effects in the thing, they're
it's really
fucking really good, and like a lot of them still hold up to this day. Like they're disgusting. I love them. Fucking love them.
Oh yeah, the dog. Ugh.
You know what's something else I think worth mentioning is the what is it? Assault on Precinct 13.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen that one.
It's
are we? I think this is the
African American
closest
lead, which is like for the like at the time, like same as
Well,
like what's that?
I'm trying to think what other
It was a zombie movie that
Yeah, well, there's Night of the Living Dead.
yeah, like so it's sort of like I don't know at the time, like, and Carpenter talks about it, and just he was like, well, he was the best actor that came out to the casting call, so that's why he was the guy. So,
And I mean, how can you not respect that, right? Like,
well, it's just sort of interesting to think about, like, and to me, I don't know, like I said, I always fucking loved it. It's a really low budget movie. It's like it's dark, it's just grainy, but it's just got that like low budget 70s feel. Just dig it, you know.
so still so far, we're what? Almost 50 minutes, almost an hour into the movie. We've passed kind of the point of past halfway point. We haven't fully seen Michael as just yet, like not fully. And there's only been what, 1 kill?
Two
if
kills.
You include the dog.
No, there's that dude, the mustache dude,
Right.
Tom Green dude,
Right.
but you didn't actually get
the
to
one in
see
the
the
car.
death.
Exactly. That one's off screen. I mean, do we even know if it was him? Maybe it was just some drifter.
Could have been.
We're
a
not
drifter.
sure. Could have been a drifter.
The guy
Odds
could have
are it
been
was
sleeping
probably
with
Michael.
ketchup on his head.
Maybe he passed out while eating a burger. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Whoppers will do that to you. You eat 5, 6, you pass out, you're still holding one. I've done it. It happens all the time.
You're still in the drive-through.
Oh my God. Wednesdays, it's crazy.
Man, the last time I had a Whopper, I was coming home from like this like event in Toronto, Tim and we're really hungover, and we got Whoppers on the highway. It was the most disgusting piece of shit. It was cold.
Oh, I love Whoppers.
Dude, they're shit.
They're so good. It's my favorite burger. I ate 2 just actually this Tuesday. That is her butt. At first you think maybe she got killed because, you know, you hear the little bit of scream / moan, and you're like, oh no, maybe she's being taken out. She just got stuck in there for some weird reason.
She's a dumb bitch. I'm just kidding.
It's not nice, Adam.
Oh, she's
First you criticize the Whoppers, now you criticize Annie. I will not stand for this.
Seriously, have you had like a good burger from like a good like burger place though?
It's okay. It's too much. The Whopper is just perfect. It's big, but it's not high, so it's perfect in your mouth. I don't know. It's just Everything is great, Adam. Okay,
It's
just
big, but
good.
it's not high, so it fits in your.
It's not thick. It fits in your mouth, and it's just thick enough, and it's large enough. Okay, I know what it sounds like, but I'm saying it tastes good with the mayo in it and everything with the ketchup and the
So
tomatoes.
you get the
and
Whopper
onions.
like fully loaded. Then you get like the full on.
Everything.
Do you do a double Whopper ever?
What?
Do you do the double Whopper?
Just single Whopper.
Just
Just
one,
the Whopper.
the one patty.
Just a one patty Whopper. 2 is too much. It defies the point. You need the one just to be perfect.
So you don't like getting like McDoubles or McDonald's. You get like 6 of those burgers. You can like pound 6 of them.
I mean, I've done that too, but it's not a Whopper. This is apples and oranges here.
Yeah,
Apples and
guess.
Whoppers, okay?
See, when I was a kid, I fucking loved Burger King. Like it was my go-to, and I didn't like McDonald's. But now, like, I don't know, the last 2 times I've had Burger King, it's been fucking disgusting. I don't.
It's because you had it in terrible
Oh, you're saying
places.
like like all Burger Kings? I've the only Burger Kings that are left are the ones that are on the highway, or the ones that are in the fucking part of town I don't like going.
There you go. There's your problem. You're grabbing the ones on the highway, not grabbing the ones in the good part of town.
There is no
Well,
good
the
part
bad
of town with a
town.
Burger
Bad
King.
part of town.
The definition of the bad part of the town is the
Still,
part of town that
still.
has the Burger King.
I'm just.
I think you're the only person to go to Burger King anymore.
I love Burger King, man, but only their Whoppers. Like everything else is okay.
Yeah, because
But
it's
they're
fucking
Whoppers.
Burger King.
I mean, like any fast food place, it's okay. Like McDonald's, most of their food is okay. Their Big Mac is really good. But if I had the choice between a Big Mac and a Whopper every time.
I'd probably go for the Whopper over the Big Mac because the Big Mac's too much bread.
I mean, have you ever eaten? I tried to eat a Big Mac the other day driving, and I actually managed to eat 2 of them while driving without messing anything. It was an achievement. I feel so proud of that.
I've eaten like fried chicken driving, dude. I'm the king at eating and driving.
Fried chicken is nothing. Fried chicken doesn't fall apart with like shit coming out of it. I mean, it's come on.
Oh, fuck.
You ever had a Whopper? You ever drip? Like it's hard to eat the Whoppers and Big Macs. Okay, when driving, it's a skill right there.
You're fucking gonna crash into somebody with a Whopper shoved down your throat halfway.
People are gonna think like
the
I'm dead or something. There'll be like ketchup and
No,
and
the
white
accident
substances,
didn't
mayonnaise
kill you,
all
but you
over
inhaled.
me.
The accident won't kill you, but you inhale the Whopper and you choke on its sesame seed bun.
You know what? It's not worse. It's not. I can go out worse ways.
You'll be on that Spike show, like 1,000 Ways to Die or whatever. This man.
1,000 ways to die.
We're not even watching this movie.
Madness.
We just went on a Burger King tangent for like 20 minutes.
I know. Okay, we're not 20 minutes, but
So they went to do
5.
some trick or treating. Now she's like running around the house.
And he's back. So far, what the 2 kills so far, and the dog.
Yeah.
1.
That's how you know he's a
And-
bad guy because he kills the dog.
Exactly. If you kill a dog, I mean,
She wants to bang some guy named Paul.
she does. But we know what happens if you have sex.
You're gonna die.
You're gonna die, and Shatner's gonna do it.
Maybe if you're about to have sex too, like that's the
It's the going for it.
your window's
that's-
all.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit!
Here we go.
He's in the
And we still
back.
haven't even fully seen his mask either. We've never actually fully seen, like, it's always been blurry or, you know, like, and I think that's a good way if you're going to use really a William Shatner mask.
It still doesn't look like Shatner for me.
One, because we haven't even fully seen it. Man, he's really going at it. Just, oh, there we go.
Sliced her, diced her.
It looked like he sliced her. Oh, that's. Oh, my eyes are still moving a little bit. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that wasn't the best death scene.
They're still watching this. Yeah.
This kid's wearing like.
I think that. I think that's so funny that they're watching The Thing.
And then he goes and
like
makes
a
the
few
thing.
He actually makes it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool actually. Look at this spaceship effects.
Yeah, I mean,
sorta
obviously
like-
the
What's that?
I said the original of The Thing is a lot different than the remake that he did.
And
Have you ever seen the other remake that they made, like that actually supposed to take place of what happened with the Russians?
I think it was like I think they were like Finnish or something like that.
Oh yeah, sorry.
But yeah, they sort of like try and put a bunch of Easter eggy stuff in there, but it's.
Yeah. I thought it was still pretty cool.
Yeah, I wasn't like a super fan of it. It's sort of like I watched it and I was like, oh, it was okay. And I really didn't like the CGI aspects of it just because if you're trying to be faithful to the original, then, you know, like maybe stick to the practical effects and do something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's like the Expendables with the first one. There's so much CG, like all the blood is CG and everything is CG, and you're like, these are all guys that like made their money from the 80s, and everything was practical back in the day, and you're telling me like they wouldn't have wanted that same feel, right?
And that was just after the thing. Like I got so excited for the Expendables because it's like all your favorite action stars as a kid, but. Also, I just watched, and I think Stallone just came off of that last Rambo movie.
Rambo?
It's like Rambo 4 or 5 or something like that. But that one was just so fucking violent. Like, it's like, it was
I heard
violent.
It was quite violent.
And it was bloody.
Over the top.
Yeah, and I was like, if this new one's going to be like that, but like, because you said like it's gonna be Rambo times 10, I was like, yes, just brutally violent for being no reason.
It was not.
No, it was just sort of like
the Expendables was pretty tame.
Yeah,
it was pretty tame.
Because I don't know, there's like a great scene in like that Rambo movie too, where he's just talking about how this is who you are, you're a killer. This is who you are, you're a killer. I don't know. I just really dug it. Rambo was like...
It was... I liked the first one. The director's cut was better. The second one I enjoyed more. And then the third one... I mean, it's PG-13, for God's sake.
Rambo?
No. The third Expendables.
Oh. I love all the Rambo movies. I fucking love those movies.
I can tell.
The
I haven't seen the newest one.
The Expendables are... It's like okay. Like I watched the one or two times like that it was in theaters and I was like... Yeah, it was fun, but like when he started putting,
it's not what it was made out to be. I guess
like
the hype was there. Like the second one was a little bit more fun. They brought in a little bit more, like Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis came out a little bit more.
Yeah,
which I enjoyed because they felt like such it's such like a what's the word I'm looking for here?
Dynamic, like a.
No, it felt cheated that they were barely in the first one, right?
Right.
They were trailers and then barely anything.
I think that was just like Arnold coming right off of being the governor too.
It was, yeah, or still he was still governor, or maybe just getting off from the first one.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Still, we should probably get back to
the movie.
Like nothing really has been happening. That's the problem in this film.
Yeah, we're just being bad at. Oh, the dude's coming to pick her up in the van.
There we go. But you know what I mean? Like, there hasn't been. It's not exactly
It's a slow burn.
Well, it's a slow burn, but it's not exactly a very.
They're just drinking and driving. Look at this.
This is the 70s, but they're not drinking and driving. They're driving and then drinking.
See, here's the thing, right? If you have a beer, go for a drive. Most people are like, yeah, whatever. Right? But if you have that beer while driving, people are all of a sudden upset, you know?
Yeah.
But I say if you have the one beer while driving, it should be safer because it's not really in your system yet.
I see what you mean.
You know?
You bring up a good point,
See,
but I'm also gonna say you're a piece of shit.
I mean, I think there should be like different rules, you know? Like, I think if you can take a test and still do the driving test, if you have 3 in you, then they'll be like, okay, you're at like a level 2, you know? And then little Billy does his test and he has 1 and he's like falling over. It's like little Billy's at level 1, you know?
Yeah, but I mean that doesn't work like that. And once again, we've went off track. And
All right, so these people they're about to have intercourse.
they seem to be, yeah. Well, I mean, they had a beer. They're all excited from the beer and drunkenness that they're getting ready to do the sex, as they say back in the 70s.
This is like when I found the copy of the movie earlier. This was the Spanish version I found at this scene. They're all like doing their thing.
Yeah, like I said, the script in this, it's not exactly a very complicated story. It's a very, very simple story. They don't even really go into the details of Michael's backstory. As you said, the remake actually explained a lot more as to how he came to be this way. So I don't know which one's better, of just this killer that kills kind of left open.
Yeah, I guess sometimes not knowing the villain's backstory is almost better, you know? Like the Joker, like it's almost better not knowing the Joker's backstory.
Right, but what I'm saying is you know, like, this is a very simple story, so maybe one of the reasons we're kind of going off, you know, little things that are happening and just going on rants is because we haven't really missed all that much. You know, it's Halloween night. She's babysitting I believe her brother.
Yeah, I think so.
And another friend, and it's, you know, then you have this doctor who's trying to find Michael because he stole his car and escaped. And so far, really, there's been very minimal amount of deaths.
True.
And most of them have been sex related, but you're not really sure as to why.
Lindsay is gone for the night. I think they get excited. Oh,
that means we're gonna have sex in Lindsay's parents' room. Ha ha.
That's so weird. I was like, that's the go-to for some like teenagers.
That is weird. That is weird.
Let's go fuck on the parents' bed. No, why? Why would we do that? Don't you have a bed? That works.
It would be weird, especially if there's like sheets there. You're like, oh, these are dirty sheets where her parents were. Oh, they had more beers because there's beers on the ground, and someone actually put a pumpkin in the room.
Hold on, let me set the ambiance.
We gotta know it's Halloween, babe.
Yeah, do me around the pumpkin.
Well, they're not having sex yet. They're just making out so far. They might be naked, but that was not a sex position.
No, I guess not.
No, you can clearly see he wasn't. Not going to go into the details, but a man knows how another man position in the sex positions.
I used to have a phone exactly like that. The old spinny diary.
There we go. Now we're getting to the position. There we go.
They're in the sex position now.
Yep. The pumpkin is lit and it's off. Here comes the shadow.
Here comes Michael Myers. Dramatic synth. I love that subtitle.
Will they notice? Oh, and he's done. Man, God, he's done. Wow! They are the worst.
You can see a nipple. You can see a nipple.
Yeah.
She's gonna have a cigarette after.
It's more realistic than most movies these days, where clearly they're always hiding even after they've done it, or they're naked, always hiding, and he's just like, it's not like that in real life usually.
Maybe,
you know.
Usually, if you're drunk, you last a little longer.
I can't believe how fast that was.
She's just. I think she's disappointed.
Down pat, apparently, because either it's a stereotype that the high school students cannot last long, but is that true? Is that true, Adam?
Mm,
In your experience as a high school student back in the day?
mm, no comment.
People need to know, Adam. The audience wants this.
I think
All
they
of
just need to
us-
get the sex out of the way so they can kill them pretty quick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I mean, I just think I really like this aspect of the movies of how fast these people are at having sex. Just makes it so funny and not real, but also real at the same time. You know what I mean? Like you're like, yeah, you know what? I could believe that, but I also can't believe like how the women are just okay with it, or are they just putting on like a face like, oh yeah, you were so good, so good.
So yeah, they're just like.
So I don't know,
"Ew."
like.
She's like,
there's the mystery. That's what gets.
that's why
me
she had him
here.
go get a beer. She's like gonna take out her vibrator. She's gonna take out Truckazilla.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there he is, Michael Myers.
Again, the man is quick. The man is quick.
He's skinny.
More-
He's like wiry. You
Here's-
know, he's got that wiry build.
I mean, so far, he's killed everybody with his hands except for the knife when he was a child.
We saw him smash the window at the start.
So, the knife,
Oh, he's
is he
got the
gonna
kitchen
stab-
knife.
and he goes for it.
Stabbed him right
One
in the thing.
Oh,
And,
and
he's
he's
stuck.
standing up. That's cool. That's very cool.
Right in the gut.
Yeah, right in the gut. I mean, it wouldn't work.
Nah, you'd fucking.
Yeah, it wouldn't work at all. Like, you probably, I don't know, the knife wouldn't hold. But still a cool shot.
It looks cool.
It looks cool. And again, we haven't seen glorified violence, technically. Like, it's all been off screen and.
Oh shit! I forgot about this. He dresses as the ghost. That's so creepy. Isn't that creepy?
Is it just me or is he wearing sunglasses?
No, he's wearing the guy's glasses.
Oh, the glasses. I don't know for sure. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's glasses. I don't know. They look like sunglasses. And behind. See,
It's
why?
like
is
Weekend at Bernie's, but ghost style. That's so weird.
It's really
He's just
creepy.
like. That's so weird.
I want to see the
The ghost
scene.
looks so derpy.
Michael Myers is literally just cutting holes in a sheet. Like getting the costume ready.
Right, cutting out the eye holes.
Cutting out the eye holes.
He couldn't use the knife because it would be full of blood.
Right, you're right. Yeah, so it had to be another knife or like a pencil or something.
Well, I'm gonna call Lori.
Here he comes. Oh, we're gonna have the phone, the classic, killed over the phone.
Is that a classic thing?
I feel like we see that a lot nowadays.
It's classic.
Oh, you can't see now. The eye holes are-
Annie getting strangled sounds a lot like Annie having sex.
It does sound. It does sound a little bit like Annie's having sex. I think that was the joke, Adam. But the funny thing is, it's not Annie. It's Linda.
Oh, it's Linda. Sorry, I mixed up Annie with Linda.
Right? Yeah.
No,
'cause
it is Annie.
Annie died.
This isn't Annie. This is Michael.
This is Michael Myers.
Michael Myers is now Arnold. It's played by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Formerly played by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
God, that was me in the movie. I played the Michael Myers.
Uncredited now. Yeah.
Yeah, John Carpenter, he saw me and he was like, "Your face looks really like Michael Shatner's, all thrown out."
Michael Shatner. Arnold Schwarzenegger playing William Shatner. That's really hard. I don't even know how to start that. Hello? No, that's nope. I'm not even gonna do it because people will make fun of me.
You did like Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
Hello,
That's like my go-to.
Christopher Walken.
It's just my go-to, I guess. Anytime I'm trying to make a voice, hey, it's just Christopher Walken, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here's the creepy house again.
So she got strangled with the telephone cord.
She did.
You couldn't
She
do that
did.
nowadays. You can't get strangled with a cell phone, you know?
No, you can't. And young people these days don't even know what a
What's he doing? Just like hanging out in the bushes, this guy?
He's waiting for him to come back, which is funny because he's literally in the neighborhood. Myers is killing people in the neighborhood, and this guy's just waiting at the house.
He's just hanging out like a goof.
Yeah. So far, we've had Linda, that guy, Annie, dog, guy in the bushes, and the original girl at the beginning. Not a lot of deaths, really. 20 minutes left. Most of them have been pretty standard, like, you know, 2 with knives. Well, really, 1.5 with a knife, really. The knife wasn't really it was kind of like the finishing shot, but it was really just to hold them in place. It's really like a pin. Just kind of put them in there, but most of them has been strangulation.
Yeah.
Dog, Annie, Linda.
Strangle a lot of them. This makes me want to go on like a marathon, actually, watching all the Halloweens now.
Just to see like the would you do it for comparison?
No, just see the progression. Like, it's just, you didn't do that. You watch like Jurassic Park 1, you're like, fuck, I guess I'm watching all the rest of them, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's like when we watched Jurassic Park 3.
Dude, we skipped right ahead to 3. We just
Part 2 now.
yeah. So we'll have to go through the other ones.
Well, one that really progresses through. I've never seen any of the Halloweens except for the 5th one, but I don't remember at all.
That's what we should have watched, was Halloween 5, the movie that scared Matt when he was a kid.
Yeah. You know what? We'll bring it back next Halloween.
Next Halloween, we'll bring
Halloween
that back.
5.
Yeah.
The movie that traumatized my childhood.
We can do that, and we'll watch I Know What You Did Last Summer.
There you go. We'll do a double feature. It'll be a really long podcast. Halloween 5 and what we did last summer.
You know what movie traumatized me as a kid? I think I was like 5 years old. It was there's a Star Wars spin-off movie about the Ewoks.
Yeah. Ewok Adventures or something like that. The Caravan something.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me IMDb.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So there's like the bad guys.
Courage.
That's where the Ewoks, the battle for Endor.
Yeah.
Whatever fucking creatures that they're fighting in that movie scared the fucking shit out of me as a 5-year-old. Dude, IMDb a picture of them right now. They are fucking creepy. Dude, you gotta look at these photos.
All right. I'm looking at them right now. I mean, I can see how.
It's like this little zombie dude. As a 5-year-old, that was pretty traumatizing.
It was the trolls, or whatever those things were from Ernest Scared Stupid.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty bad.
That was terrified me, but made me laugh at the same time. You know, because like I loved watching Ernest, but like those scenes with the monsters, I was like, oh my god, it's terrifying.
Totally.
Obviously not as scary as Halloween 5. It always comes back to Halloween 5, Adam. That was the pivotal moment in Matt's movie history. Halloween 5.
You know, like it's funny. As a kid, like my dad would go away, and then like we'd like stay with my mom in her room, but she would stay up all night and watch like unsolved mysteries,
right.
And she'd always just be like, "Go to sleep." But meanwhile, I'm watching about like the killer on the loose to this day.
Real people,
you know, like I'd like to go through like this 60 minutes of like how this guy killed like children, and he's still on the loose to this day, and then it just ends, and you're like, it's like, go to bed.
Can you come to bed with me?
Yeah, it's like you're like a kid. You're like
ah. Yeah, exactly. Kid logic is like, clearly he's on the loose, and clearly since I've seen this,
he's coming to get me
right now. But as an adult, you know, you watch horror movies and you watch those things, and you're thinking, what are the odds that he would come and get me tonight?
Right.
Let alone at all in his lifetime. Like, who am I? How lucky could I be?
Right. I think now I'd be the first guy that dies in a horror movie. I'm the guy that goes into the scary basement. Like, you guys are losers. It's just the basement.
Oh man, you'd be that guy, huh?
Yeah, I'm the guy that gets killed first.
At least then if you're the first guy to get killed, then that means I should probably survive because I'm getting the hell out of there. Screw everybody else. I see one guy die, I'm like, nope, go on to the police.
That's the thing. Like, I'm the guy that dies first. Like, I'm the guy that's
Exactly.
like.
But all I'm saying is, you just need one guy to die first, and most of the time, everybody else could survive.
Probably,
as long
right?
as they don't fall into like the horror movie like trope. I'm talking about horror movie monsters and horror movie serial killers, not real life people.
That's what made there's that one movie. It's like about possession.
Screw possessions. Possessions are terrifying.
But like that's what made that one so good is that they had the house, and the house was like bugging them out, and they just move. You know?
Yeah, medieval horror.
What was that movie called? I always get the Insidious. That movie was awesome.
Oh, is that one? I haven't seen that. I thought you were talking about that medieval horror, the one like the house in the U.S. that's like possessed or whatever.
Dude, fucking Insidious.
I don't want to see those things. Like that scares me. Like I can do, slashers and monsters like this because it's just regular people. That's not all.
She's got the gravestone they stole earlier. She's got that above the bed.
Judith Myers.
Judith Myers' sister.
Our beloved daughter.
That's a big piece of stone like that. It's not easy to carry.
I was just thinking that. So, like, he must have some sort of...
He's got superhuman strength.
Oh,
that guy.
Damn.
He's got it all set up.
He's gotten some contraptions. So right now, Bob is hanging upside down in the closet. And Linda is... Well, Linda's in the cupboard.
She's in the cupboard. She's all dead and shit.
Yeah, and Andy had a grave over her while she was lying in the bed.
So he's like torturing.
Jamie Lee Curtis is selling it. She's terrified. But again, I would get the hell out of the house. That's just me.
But you don't know if they're outside of the house, right?
There we go.
Cut her shirt. She flipped over the thing, fell down the stairs.
See, easy way to do it too. Like, she never really moved. She just kind of slid down the stairs a little bit for a second.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cheap way to do it. Cheap way to show that you've fallen down the stairs, and
now you get to do the limp.
No more. It's coming down the stairs. Why can't she open the door? What happened to the door?
I don't know. She could be stupid.
She's
macaroni. Thank God somebody made 4 boxes of macaroni that I can eat.
How can you not open that? It's a glass
window. He's got it all rigged up. It's got a rake.
Smash the window. There's a chair right there.
He's got a rake. He raked it up.
I know he raked it so you can smash the window. Oh, God.
It's not so easy to just smash a window, dude.
Do you have a chair?
This guy. Clawing at the thing.
I've accidentally smashed windows. I know how easy it is to smash a window.
Yeah, that's because you fucking ate 4 boxes of macaroni.
There we go. There we go. She's got it. She's got it. And out the door she goes. Classic yelling, of course. You got to yell, and I'll bet you the doctor's going to hear her. Come on, it's the middle of the night.
Please
no
help.
one's hearing these screams.
She should yell fire. That's
right.
They tell people. Honestly, if some woman was yelling in the middle of the night, slamming by my door, I'd be like, this seems like the part of the movie where you come to my house and you end up fine in the movie, and I end up getting axe murdered by the.
Yeah, what do you call that? There's a term for that when it's just. You don't.
It's like you're the red shirts.
No, I mean, there's a term for when people are just bystanders and just let it happen. They're like, oh, well, it's not my problem. Somebody will probably like help this woman.
Like from Seinfeld, where they just they go to jail for not helping.
Well, it's an actual thing. It's an actual like not scientific, but like psychological thing of. In your mindset, you're just like, well, I mean, she's asking for help, but I mean, there's a lot of people around here, so somebody will definitely help her, right? So
Right,
it's like,
in
why
a
does it have
bigger
to-
in a bigger city, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn it, Tommy! Open the goddamn door.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Doing the yelling. Don't get next to. Yeah, okay.
The
so
phones never
Why don't you
work.
just take out her cell phone. Just use the cell phone. It's funny how like horror
the
movies like
window's
that
open.
these days, technology has definitely stopped certain things from happening.
Right.
Right off a line, like it's just like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna phone it with my cell phone here. So they have to find like creative ways, like, oh, I guess the tower's knocked.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Just stabbed a needle in the
Stab
guy's
it in
neck.
his neck.
Nicely done.
It probably just went into the mask.
Why is she like? If you stabbed a needle, why she's just sitting there, just I guess maybe in shock.
She's got to take some Brazilian jiu-jitsu classes.
Yeah, I don't know. I would just have
Oh,
stabbed.
she's
him
got
and-
the knife.
All right. Like, I don't know. What would you do in this situation? Would you keep stabbing the guy? Is that too much? Like, I mean,
I don't know. I feel like if you were gonna stab him, you'd stab him right away. You wouldn't wait. You know,
right? But I mean,
like you'd
she's
be
in shock right now.
in the heat of the moment.
Like, I don't know, or at least check that he's dead. But I'd be afraid to actually check because you're getting closer to him.
Yeah, I'd check by stabbing him again.
Or at least like a big stick to poke him with, right?
Yeah.
And this doctor's just been useless this whole movie.
Yeah, I know. He's just like creepily hanging out in this neighborhood. Like the cop's like, "Hey, you're gonna need you to stop stalking kids."
The doctor knows he's around here somewhere because he saw the car. But he's still doing nothing.
Also, this cop is kind of okay with this doctor having
Yeah,
like a gun hanging out in the neighborhood by himself.
Just, I mean, he showed him. I'm like, sir, I'm a doctor. He's like, all right, go ahead, sir. No problem there.
Do you have a permit to carry that gun? Well, I'm a doctor. Oh, I
Close
guess
enough.
that's okay. It's 1970.
Right. Medical license. Yeah,
I guess if you shoot somebody, you can help them after that.
I don't think he even showed him the license. He just went, I have a license for that. And then they went, okay. I don't remember.
You're white. I trust you.
That's bullshit. There's everything to be scared of. You just told them to be scared. And now there's a giant figure in the back. How are they not seeing the giant figure in the back? There we go.
You can never kill Michael Myers.
This
She
is
left.
the most
She left
scene of-
the gun there, or the fucking knife.
Yeah, he left the knife down there. So he has the knife now. This is why you cannot leave weapons.
Can't leave them behind.
That's not going to stop anything. The thing is made of like flimsy wood.
Yeah.
So she's just tying a thing to this closet, which is just made of. It would be really easy to go through. The guy punched a freaking.
He
a
punched
hole
through a
in
door. Yeah. I think this
door.
guy's like.
This
can
is the
handle
famous
some
scene.
lattice.
This is the classic Halloween scene right here, where you have like you see it all the time in like gifs and pictures of her scream.
Yeah.
So I remember this. I've never seen the movie, but I as soon as I saw her sit down in that corner, I know exactly.
You know what's coming up. It's like the "Here's Johnny" moment.
Yeah, exactly. It's that pivotal moment, at least for me, that I knew from Halloween, because she has that scream when she pops in.
It's so perfect. Like all you just have this like closet door, and you just rattle it, right, and you create so much
Just the
tension.
guy rattling again. If you really, there we go. If you really needed to get through.
Yeah, man. You get it. The lights on, so you get lit up. Get
Now we
that
know what's
lighting
going
again.
on. Again, it's not very hard to punch those things.
Yeah.
That's
She's
it.
got a
That's
coat
it.
hanger for her abortion.
That's awful.
I know.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
That's awful. Like, we're trying to watch a family-friendly film here. What if there's kids listening? Oh, damn. I think she just stabbed him in his eye.
That's a good method. I mean,
Damn. But, like, she's pretty accurate. Like, it's hard to hit an eye hole with a freaking coat hanger.
And not if you're John Jones.
Just stabbed him. There you go. Way to go, girl. Way to go.
I'm no doctor, but getting stabbed with a kitchen knife is real bad.
Yeah. Well, one, he was stabbed with needles in the neck, stabbed with a kitchen knife in the stomach, and also, I believe, stabbed in the eye with a coat hanger.
He could be the Wolverine.
The guy's done. Or at least he looks done. His gushes are cooked.
Yeah, he got it there, guy?
Yeah, look at that. Like he's dead. Obviously, he won't be back for Halloween 2. He's clearly not back for Halloween 3, but that's a whole other discussion.
Definitely not Halloween 4. Probably not Halloween 5.
Or 6, or 7, or the remake, or the other remake, or the new remake. Definitely not.
I just murdered someone.
Listen to me, kids.
Your fucking life would be terrible after that. You had to murder someone?
Well, not just murder, but like having someone break into your house trying to kill you. Like, there's no way you're sleeping for the next 10 years.
No.
Right? Like, I would not be able to sleep in a house alone ever.
I'd be that doctor with a gun all the time. I would sleep in a panic room.
Oh, no, here we go. He stands back. Impossible.
That's such a cool shot.
I know, it's a very, very cool shot, but come on. This guy is impossible. Here comes the doctor. He's going to get, right? The doctor's going to have to shoot him, right?
Yeah, he's going to go down. Dun, 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 dun.
The end of the film. He's standing up. She still hasn't seen him yet. It's a very cool shot. Like, out of focus, where you can clearly see what the hell is going on. She doesn't know. Oh! He's just going to get her.
It's such a good shot.
Oh, shit! Oh, my God!
He sneaks away. He sneaks away just in time.
There we go.
Just choking her.
I think it's the first time you even see his eyes, his actual eyes. You've only seen, like, in the shadows so far. There we go. Oh!
Pulls up the thing. Oh, you can see him.
See him! Oh, shit.
Oh.
Doctor just shoots him. Which seemed to be, like, in the face, but, I mean, it's hard to tell. He's still standing. Oh! Damn! Like, 5 shots, falls off. He's been stabbed in the gut, stabbed in the neck, stabbed in the eye, 5-6 shots, falling out of a house.
But he'll be back for the sequel.
Will he get up? No, he was just a deranged man, ma'am. It wasn't the boogeyman. Aw, damn it. I think it's better if he just corrected her.
Oh.
Actually, he's one of my patients.
Okay, this has been bothering me the whole movie of where I know this guy from, but he's the guy from.
Oh my God! Michael Myers is gone.
He is gone.
It's impossible. How?
He's the guy from THX 1138, and he's in what's that other movie he's in? He's in one of the Bond movies, pretty sure.
Yeah, he looks like he would be in a Bond movie.
You Only Live Twice. That's what it is. Dude, that was bothering me so much throughout the movie.
Talk about You Only Live Twice. That's
fucking Michael Myers.
Right there. You only live 100,000 times. Man, that pisses me off.
Yeah, but that's classic horror, though, right? Like,
I know,
the killer
I know
always
it's
gets away.
horror, and I can completely give them respect for that. But it's just like, why?
And you hear his breathing.
Why is he still alive? And why is he so fast? Like, again, it brings on the fast thing. Like,
Dude, maybe he was wearing a bulletproof vest. All right, that it is. Halloween.
Maybe he is wearing a bulletproof. You know what? Maybe. I haven't seen the rest. Maybe.
What'd you think?
You know what? I liked it. It's not at all gory. It's not even really that violent, really. The thing that almost makes it the most R-rated thing about it is the boobs.
Yeah, I suppose. But that was sort of
really what makes it the most R-rated. I don't really remember hearing much swear words in the film as well. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's classic horror, but it doesn't play on the whole gore aspect. Everything's really hidden. Everything's really in the shadows. But even with a low budget, I mean, sometimes you can kind of, get that feel from it, but other times you're just like, oh yeah, that's just a directional thing, right? Like it's just a way they did it.
Yeah, it's like they made it work for them.
It's the style that they did it for. But so I think it works that way. I can see why it was a huge hit at the time. Nowadays, though, this is not in any sense a scary movie to me. Like this is not scary.
No, but it's still like it still works. Like I think it still works. I think if you watch this in a dark room, I think it might get you every now and then,
Maybe. I don't know. I kind of gotten used to like the whole jump scare stuff, and then I don't know.
See, that's not scary though. That just like gets you, and then it's not like you don't leave the theater or you go to sleep thinking.
What about you? What did you think of the film?
Me, I love John Carpenter. Obviously, I fucking sang his praises this whole fucking film.
Yeah, that's true. You've definitely been praising him the whole movie. It definitely makes me want to see the other ones, for sure, and it definitely makes me want to watch more John Carpenter and see just kind of because I've liked other films and I like this one too. So far, yeah, we like this one. Anything to add before the end of this movie?
No, that's it. You did it.
All right, we did it. Halloween.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Lost Commentary, on Instagram at Raiders of the Lost Commentary, and like us on Facebook.
I'll be back.